Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we will discuss ICD-10 CM guideline updates for 2024. Okay, so as we all know that ICD-10 CM gets updated every year on October 1st. Okay, so CMS is ready with the new changes in ICD-10 for the year for 2024. So now let's discuss of what are the deletions code, additional codes and revisions codes that happened for this particular year for 2024. So let's move on the ICD-10 CM updates for the 2024. So here when we talk about the updates, we have guidelines updates and we also have the code level updates. So initially in this particular video we will look into the guideline updates that have been changed for the 2024. Okay, this year the major update that we have received for the 2024 is so previously in the year 2023. Whenever the patient comes for a screening of COVID-19, we were instructed not to use the code Z11.52, that is encounter for screening of COVID-19. Okay, but for 2024 we have instructional note stating that you can use our code Z11.52 when the patient coming for the screening of COVID-19. Okay, so एक्चुअली 2023 की जो अपडेट थी उसमें बोला गया था कि Z11.52 इनकाउंटर फॉर स्क्रीनिंग ऑफ कोविड-19 ये कोड नहीं करना है. ओके, सो 2024 में सेम इंस्ट्रक्शन आया है, सेम अपडेट आया है. Z11.52 हम लोग कोड कर सकते हैं. ओके, ये मेजर अपडेट है. Okay, next moving on the other guidelines update. So this is related to the sepsis due to the post procedure infection. Okay, when we talk about sepsis due to the post procedure infection, it means whenever a patient underwent any procedure or any kind of surgery, it may result in infections. Okay, so we have a coding guidelines stating that whenever a patient has infections due to any procedure or any surgery that has been performed, so we have to code T81.40 as per the 2023. Okay, but when you look into the guideline for 2024, so whenever a patient has infections due to the procedure then that has been performed, we are coding from T81.41 to T81.43. ओके, सो 2023 की गाइडलाइन में था सिर्फ एक कोड था T81.40. सो अभी 2024 के अपडेट की हिसाब से T81.41 टू T81.43 ये सीरीज़ का कोड हम लोगों को करना है. Okay, from this series we need to pick any one code from these three codes based upon the surgical side, and if this infection is being progressed due to the sepsis, yes, we have additional code for the for this T81.44. so there is no changes in these particular codes, but we have to report from 41, 42, 43 based upon the surgical site that has been identified. Okay, so the major update again here is myocardial infarctions with coronary microvascular dysfunctions. Okay, coronary microvascular dysfunctions CMD is a condition that impacts the microculture by restricting microvascular flow and increasing microvascular resistance. Code I21.B that is myocardial infarctions with coronary microvascular dysfunction, is assigned for myocardial infarctions with coronary microvascular diseases, myocardial infarctions with coronary microvascular dysfunctions, and myocardial infarctions with non-obstructive coronary arteries, MINOCA with microvascular disease. ओके, सो न्यू कोड है अपने पास I21.P which is myocardial infarctions with the coronary microvascular dysfunctions. Okay, next moving on the coma. So whenever we are coding a coma, so previously for the year 2023 we used to code R40.20, that is unspecified coma for any kind of medical condition. Okay, it can be due to the traumatic injury or it can be due to the non-traumatic injuries. We used to assign R40.20, and along with this code we can also assign the coma skills codes. Okay, so I think we know coma skills code. Actually it measures the level of consciousness for the patient. Coma scales based upon the severity risk of the patients we can code. But now if we look into the 2024 update, so we have new code, that is R40.2A, that is non-traumatic coma due to the underlying conditions. Okay, so we have new code R40.2A. Now we have one update: don't report codes for unspecified coma. Okay, individual or total Glasgow coma scale scores for patients with medically induced coma or sedated patient. ओके, सो दोनों कोड एक साथ नहीं जाएंगे. ओके, सो whenever we are reporting R20.2E, we are not supposed to code R40.21, that is coma scale codes. ओके, सो दोनों एक साथ नहीं जाएंगे. सो फर्स्ट थिंग इज वी हैव न्यू कोड, दैट इज R40.2A, and whenever you are reporting non-traumatic coma, don't report any coma scales code. ओके, ये दो अपडेट्स है, हम लोगों को याद रखना है. ओके, नेक्स्ट मूविंग ऑन द अदर गाइडलाइंस अपडेट्स. So we have codes Z08, Z09 and Z39. So we all know these are the follow-up codes. Okay, so Z08 encounter for follow-up examination after completed treatment for the malignant neoplasm. Okay, Z09 encounter for follow-up examination after completed treatment for the conditions other than malignant neoplasm. Okay, and Z39 encounter for maternal postpartum care and examination. Okay, so codes remain same, there is no changes in the code, but we have a guideline stating that so Z08 or Z09 can be used following any type of completed treatment modality. So it can be a medical treatment or even if the patient have completed a surgical treatment. Also once the treatment is done, is the patient is coming for further follow-up, yes, we can code Z08, Z09 and Z39 codes. So this is the guidelines was not indicated in the previous year, but nothing has been added into it. Okay, so we can code Z08, Z09 and Z39. ओके, यहाँ पे गाइडलाइंस अपडेट्स कंप्लीट होती है. ओके, ये सभी जो अपडेट्स है इम्पॉर्टेंट है हमारे कोडिंग के लिए. अभी नेक्स्ट वीडियो रहेगा कोड लेवल अपडेट्स, जिसमें हम लोग चैप्टर वाइज जो भी न्यू कोड ऐड हुए हैं, जो भी कोड्स डिलीट हुए हैं, जो भी कोड्स रिवाइज हो गए, वो सभी कोड्स हम लोग चैप्टर वाइज देखने वाले हैं. ओके, सो गाइज थैंक यू वेरी मच, बाय बाय.